Positive, they are entered into the Department of Health Communicable Disease Tracking Program. If a person in that positive column later passes away, they are added to the death column in the system. A medical examiner would still need to certify that death as COVID-19 related.